If you're over 60 and still stiff despite stretching regularly, it's not effort that's the problem, it's the method. So in this video, I'll show you why stretching might actually be making you worse, what science says works better, and the 2 exercises I use most with clients over 60. Most people think stretching is the best way to reduce stiffness and stay mobile. And working with thousands of people over 60, I used to think the same thing. But there's a problem with stretching that most people never see coming. Think about someone with hypermobility syndrome. If flexibility was all you needed to feel good and to move safely, these people would be the happiest in the world. But many of them are in pain literally all the time. They have more range of motion than most of us will ever have, but it's making their lives harder, not easier. The reason is that flexibility and mobility are not the same thing. Flexibility is just how far your joints can move, whereas mobility is how much control you have over that movement. And after 60, control is the thing that keeps you safe, keeps you independent, and stops you from getting hurt. Now, stretching gives you flexibility without any mobility. So we need to find something better. And thankfully, there's an easy fix. A 2023 study in the journal Sports Medicine compared stretching directly to resistance training for range of motion. And both methods improved flexibility equally with no difference between them. But only the resistance training group also got stronger. Same flexibility gains plus the control to use that flexibility safely. So you can get both with one type of training, and the way you do it matters. So let me show you the 2 exercises I use most with people over 60 for exactly this. Just a quick note before we start, these exercises aren't for everyone, and if either of these causes you pain, just stop and skip it. The best method for improving your strength and flexibility is something I call the slow resistance method. And the first exercise I'm going to show you is the Romanian deadlift to demonstrate exactly what I mean. So here's how the exercise looks. You're going to need 2 dumbbells, or a barbell would work well, or just a couple of bags filled with books. You're going to bend down like this and pick up the weights and just rest them against the front of your thighs like this. Now you want a soft knee here, okay? So we're not trying to lock our knees out, but we're going to have a soft knee and keep them in this position. Now we're in this position, you're going to keep your back straight and stick your bottom out and slide those weights down the fronts of your legs just until you can start to feel a bit of a pull in the hamstrings at the back of the thigh. Then you put the movement back into reverse. Now the way we do this is really important because you can see how slowly I'm going down, which is why we call this the slow resistance method, until we feel the stretch, and then that contraction from the stretched position is what builds your strength, your muscle, and your flexibility at the same time. So with this exercise, I'd like you to do somewhere between 8 and 15 repetitions in a row, take a 1 to 2 minutes break in between sets, and do it 3 times in a row. Now, before I show you the next one, if you want more exercises like this, but built around your exact level, not just a generic plan, I put together something called the Stronger for Life Roadmap. And it shows you exactly what to do to build strength at any age, and it's completely free. The link is below if you want it. The second exercise we can use for this method is the calf raise, which I've chosen because your ankles and calves are one of the most important places to maintain both strength and flexibility, and you can get both with this simple exercise. So I've got a few different variations to show you. I'm going to show you them in an escalating difficulty level. So we're going to start off with the easiest one. So the first thing we're going to do here, actually, we're going to use a weight to begin with, because I think when you can load up the muscle on a stretch position, that's by far the quickest way to improve both strength and flexibility. So find something you can hold in one hand and then position yourself by your bottom step with something to hold on to like this. And I want you to stand with your feet on the step, the front half of your feet on the step and the back half hanging off, and just allow those heels to drop down to the floor until you start to feel a stretch in your calves at the back. Now already you should be able to feel a bit of a stretch in that position, and the exercise is super simple. We're going to go up onto tiptoes and then really slowly, to about the count of 4, you're going to return back down to that stretched position. And with this exercise, we want to take it up to about 15 to 20 repetitions if you can, and by the end of the set, you should feel a working ache in those calf muscles, but not so much that you couldn't have done any more reps. We want to leave about 1 to 3 repetitions in the tank when you do this for real. So the second variation is the same setup. So heels hanging off like this, hold on nice and tight. Then we're going to go up to the top with 2 feet. And at the top, holding that tiptoe poise, you're going to take one of your feet away and then return down to the bottom just using the other foot. Then when you get to the stretched position, you put your other foot back on and then you go up with 2, take it away, and then down just with 1 like this. Nice and slow to the count of 4. So again, up with 2, take it away, and then down nice and slow like this. And you would probably do 10 just lowering with the left, and then you do 10 just lowering with the right. Now, if that's too easy for you, and you need to take it a step further, you can do the hardest variation, which is the single leg calf raise all the way up and down. So we go up on 1, and then slowly back down, just using the 1 again. But again, don't feel bad if you can't do this. This is a more advanced exercise, and you have to have pretty strong calves to be able to do this one at all. Now, one of the reasons I like this particular exercise is because you can do it as an exercise snack. You can do it little and often throughout the day, 1 set here, 1 set there, just going up to 20 reps. And the more you do it, the stronger and more flexible you'll get. So those are 2 great examples you can use at home. But there's one part of the body where stiffness causes more problems than anywhere else after the age of 60, and most people are ignoring it completely. But the good news is I made a video on exactly how to fix it. It's on the screen right now, so click on that next, and I'll see you over there.